Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at some hand guards or hand grips, I should say. Not hand guards, hand grips for your AR setup, for your airsoft setup, for your paintball, scenario style setup. So anything that's got a rail system on it that you want to put a hand grip on, here's some options for you from Aim Sports. So we've got a bunch of different ones out here. I left these two in the package because they are just smaller versions of the one that is already out. This one is a smaller one of that. It is a little different in the design on the outside of it, but it is the same thing, just shorter. So we'll start from this side. This one here is an all composite construction, has a rubberized bottom to it. So when it's sitting on the counter or something like that, it's got some grip to it. But again, a short version for me with my hands. My pinky is not gonna be on there, but again, it's meant to be short. It is a standard screw style on the side, so you would need to back this up, and then you could clip it on there and set it up, tighten it down, move it around wherever you wanted it to be. So a short version there. This next one over is an all aluminum construction. I think it's 6061. Yeah, T6061 aluminum. Both of them are hollow on the inside. Now don't think that that means they are lightweight or cheap in any way, because they're quite a hefty front grip. But you can see a nice open cavity, and you can put whatever you want inside of there. Things that you do not need to turn this to tighten it onto the gun or attach it to the gun. It's done the same way. Have a nice thumb wheel on here. Typically with the thumb wheel, you can't get it as tight as it needs to be. And so they did put slotting in the wheel itself so that you could put some sort of leverage bar through there and you could turn it to tighten it down. So that's those two right there. Solid, or not solid aluminum, but complete aluminum construction. These two right here, now these are composite outsides, like a rubberized composite outside, and then it has a twist bottom. Now this is aluminum construction, so it gives it a little bit of weight, but this is how you're going to tighten this onto the gun or attach it to the gun. You're going to back it down so that the top is at least, when I say the top, the post, this part right here, is flush with the lower section. You can then slide it onto the rail, and then you tighten it down. And this front post right here will go in between the slots of your rail system, and then you tighten it down all the way, and it butts up against it and tightens up nicely. So that's this style right here. So these are the same, again, just a shorter version. This one over here is a railed version. So you've got the same kind of tightening mechanism on here, rather than this one being, like this one's all aluminum, this one is composite, but it has rails on the top sides. So we can attach this, put it on the gun, and then if we want to mount a laser or a flashlight to the side of these, we can. Makes it, multi-purpose, a little bit more useful than just a grip. You can add some stuff to it and accessorize that piece as well. And then this one here, this one is designed for anything that has a switch. Let's say you have a laser or a flashlight that has a pressure pad on it. You can run them into these sections here. So same kind of tightening mechanism that we saw on the other two. Or you can take that off, you're gonna butt up against through there. But we can slide these rail covers or grip covers off, and then inside here we can put, with like a little bit of Velcro or some glue, our pressure pads from either our flashlight or our laser or whatever it happens to be that you need to be able to push and turn on, rather than having to take your hand off of the trigger and push it with your other hand, or take your front hand off and push it and try to hold the gun up with one hand on the trigger. Neither of those things are quite safe, so you can run that switch into this section if you have that option. Some things don't have a switch on them, or a tethered switch. Put it in there, tether it down, glue, whatever happens to be, Velcro. Most people use Velcro or double-sided tape, and you can use it. And if you're not using one of those sides, you just put the slot in and it covers it up nicely. The last feature of this one, hey, that came right off of there, is that this section you can use for storage. I had a screwdriver somewhere. There we go. This middle piece unscrews, They say it's a battery compartment, but really you could put whatever you wanted in there. Typically you would see like a flashlight size battery. This is the 123A battery. Kind of fits those perfectly right there. So something for your laser, your flashlight, but you can also AA batteries. You could put those down in there. It'll fit 2 of them. You could put AAA in there. I don't know if a C size battery would fit in there. I don't quite know what you would be using a C size battery for on your airsoft stuff or real stuff. But these are typically what you would see. Or watch batteries. You could drop a couple down in there as well. But it's a storage compartment. A lot of people see this and it says battery compartment or battery, battery storage. And they figured that you can put some batteries in this and it's going to run something. Like it's going to, you could attach a scope to it or something, or flashlights or whatever. And you can use the batteries inside to power a device. You can't. It's just storage. Store some extra batteries in there. That is all. Once this is back on, it keeps these slots, the slot covers from falling out. So if you want to take these inserts out, you need to remove the bottom, slide them out, and then take this and put it back in. So a lot of different choices for you as far as front grips. You want something short, you want something longer, you want something with accessories, you want something with storage, you want something that's got some heft and some weight to it. It's up to you. Construction, you got a lot of things to think about how you want your gun to set up. So take a look at all of them. They're all on the website. From the short to the long to the accessories to the knot. Order yours now through ansgear.com.